Really delighted that in your contribution now that you've emphasised the role of the diaspora, and I've had the privilege in this position in a short number of months to meet many of our diaspora globally, particularly in the United States, but also in Africa and right across the world in the United Kingdom. And they take their brand Ireland very seriously, the culture, the language, and all things Irish. And I think this project, since its inception in 2008, is reflective of that authenticity in terms of people being the custodians of all things Irish, heritage, culture, language. And I would like to acknowledge all the Irish people that have brought the perception maybe of Ireland to a new level, to a global level. And this greening, I think, is reflective of that. And I would like to acknowledge everybody in Tourism Ireland, obviously the people in the missions in my own department, for their work and their efforts for doing this. And from speaking to you briefly, in terms of value for money, you mentioned a figure of €8,000 that's been spent to date. That might go as far as €25,000 for something as big as this, in terms of branding, in terms of even the St Patrick's Day event, which is going to return about 10 million over a period, an equivalent period of marketing over a month. I think that is testament to the hard work that goes into Tourism Ireland. Can I also, as an Ulsterman, acknowledge the work of Tourism Ireland, because the work that you've been doing behind the scenes in creating that I suppose continuity. If somebody's arriving in Belfast to see the Game of Thrones, they're also taking a wee tour across the border into places like Glencolmkill and Carrick to see Slieve League. And I met a group of Germans there last year who had been to Belfast to see the Game of Thrones, but they're also coming to Donegal, and they're going down a wee bit further south as well, so I don't want to be too parochial about it. But to Tourism Ireland, for the work you're doing both north and south, I would like to acknowledge that. And the figure also in terms of St Patrick's Day, 122 events last year, with over possibly 15,500 businesses coming together on that particular day alone on the 17th of March. It's significant, it's important, and it's important that we continue with that. So just finally, I'd like to acknowledge everybody that's involved in the greening. And I think maybe it started before 2008. Anybody who's been to Malin on a clear night has seen the Northern Lights. There's a bit of greenery up there, so we'll take the credit for starting this greening initiative, but to all the embassies around the world that are working hard, and from wearing my international development hat, I'm absolutely delighted to see that there's going to be an Airbus coming from Addis Ababa this year with a bit of green on it as well, and I think that's all good. Mafakal Skur, Gormila Magav, Bwailama and Zerdus, a goal Hig and Arashinshire, Shane Ross, Agus the Furna Lake Nile, Tourism Ireland, Agus Bwailama Mabuias, a goal Hig Nadinya Harlar, it's diaspora, Agus Nadinya Gobble Gujian. Gilaha ar son and brand Irina agus na rudi culture Changa agus Ira Fosta Gramila Magav.